But I wanted to get into the first thing, man, that we had, which was the NFL officially approving their players to play in the 2028 Olympics that'll be coming up in LA. In terms of flag football, you obviously, man, have been around the game for a while.
Yeah.
And you've seen what it is growing to. And even now we're talking about dudes being able to compete in the Olympics in football. Granted, it's flag football, but in football, man,
For
what's
sure.
your reaction? What's your
I
thoughts on
love
this
that.
thing, man?
I love it. I think it's dope. You know, I'm curious what the rules will be because there's levels to flag. Like
It
there's
is.
7-man,
Yeah.
there's 5-man, 6-man. Can you blitz?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not talking about, and I'm not talking about like in terms of like, you know, the 38 and under league in terms. I'm saying
Mm-hmm.
like the true people
True
who
flag,
play
yeah.
flag. Like there's
Yeah.
some guys out here that truly
Yeah.
play
Where they
flag.
understand the swiveling of the hips, the
Yeah,
trying
how
to
to
get
move it.
low.
Yeah, how to
Absolutely. Or
dip,
even
when to
the
pitch it.
rules of you can't blitz. You have to be within 7 yards. You have to indicate it at times, or you know, all
Away
these
in time to
different
blitz. I
right,
mean,
all
so
those things.
like I said, like it's different. So down there in Florida, they got leagues and them girls play
Mm-hmm.
flag. And you get
Yes.
scholarships. It's a major thing. Kaiser University, shout out Florida Memorial. Like it's a big thing.
Mm-hmm.
So
I mean,
it's
you
like,
just brought that up. The Steelers, just this weekend, man. I was doing the color commentary on the girls' flag football championship up
yeah,
here for the Pittsburgh Steelers, which will be officially a state-sanctioned sport.
yeah.
High school, like you could win a state championship in girls' flag football coming up
Uh,
next year in Pennsylvania.
you get
It
a full
is most
scholarship.
definitely growing.
You
Yeah.
can get a full scholarship to college. You with me?
Mm-hmm.
Like same page. Like you can get the
Yeah.
full ride paid for playing flag football. Like it's all there. And it's
Mm-hmm.
like, it's different in the sense of like pitching the ball, when to pitch it, certain rules to it, to where it's like you can only get a first down, you get 2 first downs. Besides
Yeah.
that, you cook. And so just understanding the game, taking a knee in certain places, like it's
Mm-hmm.
levels to it. So
And the
I say
pace
that
of it too, like
I
because it feels more like pickup basketball,
hooping,
the up and downness of it compared to true traditional
but
football where you got the huddles and it's a slower
for
speed,
sure.
a slower pace. Absolutely.
And you walk right into it because even in the sense
Mm-hmm.
of playing basketball, think about it. There's some people who can play that street ball a little bit better and they can't
Uh-huh.
convert to the
Yep.
NBA game, but
Because
they can
street
hoop.
ball
They
is
give you
street
everything.
ball. We right at it from the
Mm,
beginning. Whereas
You feel me?
organized basketball is
I
just
can't pick and
it's
roll. It's just not for
different.
me.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
So you think this flag and you're like, all right, and you're thinking, because I've seen it, it's like, all right, Mahomes,
Mm-hmm.
AJ, Kamar, but it's not that. Like it's
Yeah.
some guys out here that truly flag. I can see some of these quarterbacks coming over there and converting, and it's like
Mm-hmm.
it's a different game. It's different reads. It's different.
Yeah.
It's just different. And
I
guys would be
agree
good
with
at it.
you. I
Guys
agree
would be
with
good
you.
at it. We the best of the best.
Yeah. I was gonna ask you though, man. I mean, yeah, you brought up some of these AJ Brown's bigger body guys. What about
I
a
don't,
Jamar Chase?
but I don't think you get those guys. Like I
Why
don't think
not though?
those. I don't
For the
think.
first go, you
I
get a
don't think you're
chance to
gonna
win
get
an
those.
Olympic medal.
And I get that.
That
I
part
get
to
that.
me, I
That's
think
the
is the
part I get.
difference. Like
That's
we
the
saw
part I get.
LeBron pull up looking like
hmm
Captain America on the boat, had
We
all
did.
of us watching the Olympics
We did
just to like that scene right there, bro.
for sure.
In any capacity, it's one thing to have 100 million. It's another to be the multimillionaire.
Gold
And I
medalist.
got this gold medal representing my country. I done got the like Jordan with the flag. Everybody,
I
every
feel it.
athlete wants the Jordan picture with the flag and,
I
and the
feel it.
gold medal. Come on, bro.
I think you'll
You
get more
know
of the
this.
younger guys. You got to think it's only so the rule is only one player from a team can go.
For a team, yeah.
So all right, here we go. So I think you'll get somebody like George Pickens. I think he'll go do that.
Okay.
You know what I
Okay.
mean? So
Because
now
it's like for
CD
year
can't.
one.
Yeah,
Is
I think
year
you'll
one
get.
though?
I
Is
think you'll
year
get the
one.
younger guys of it. Like you
Okay.
might not get Jamar, but I think you're gonna get those younger guys of it. Guy like you'll get Justin Jefferson, a guy that's into the
And
younger.
Justin, let's be
I'm
real.
with you.
Justin,
Jamar is
Justin
Justin.
cooking that though, bro.
I
Justin and
just
Jamar, they go.
I think you
Yeah.
get young spirits. Let me more say it like
Yeah.
that. You see where I'm going.
I
Like I
do,
think
and I
Jamar is
agree
like
with you
I'm
there.
paid, I'm straight. You
Yeah.
might not get a Jamar.
And
You
he
might
doesn't
not.
seem as open to it as a Justin
Yeah,
Jefferson.
you'll
I
get
think
a
Justin
Justin
Jefferson for certain
Jefferson.
to be there, bro.
Yeah,
Like we're gonna be seeing the gritty. He gonna have the sunglasses on.
yeah. You see where I'm going. Like you get
He's
the young
on that,
spirit.
bro.
You
Yeah.
might
I
sneaky
can
get
see
an Odell
Lamar.
to come out.
I
Like
I
pull
see a
up.
Lamar. I can see a
I
Lamar
can't see
going
a
over
Lamar. I
there.
don't see a
I for
Lamar.
certain. I think the only thing that is pausing it is how serious and how close he is to a championship right now.
I don't see
think
Lamar.
if they were a step back, yes, because of how he maintains that youthfulness to his spirit. He hasn't fully crossed over to when we look at Jalen Hurts and it's like, bro, you never smile. You look like you're just 100% serious all the time. Lamar, you still see the fun, the playfulness of him. So that's the only reason why I could potentially see that just for the first year.
On the first one.
Yeah, because it's every 4 years. And we know if you don't go for this one, if you're Mahomes, if you're Lamar, if you're Josh Allen, if you're Burrow, you're not going 4 years from now.
Steph Curry.
If you're Jamar Chase, if you're Justin Kirk, or if you're Justin Jefferson, if you're Tyreek Hill, it's like it's now or 4 years from now. That looks very different. And we also will have more information in terms of what this go around looked like.
Right.
And that's why I'm like, I think we potentially see more of the bigger name guys on the front
get the mom squad on this first one.
Yeah, to set the tone. Because we always talk about how we take pride in football. Now, granted, this is without pads, but we still feel like we are the supreme football players.
For sure.
So I can definitely see us as competitors. Think about when we were in that locker room with Antonio Brown, L. Bell, Big Ben, and we got a chance to say, yo, one of us in here can go represent the country. One of us could go ahead and show that we better than Japan, Germany, Russia. You don't think them stars is gonna be in here like, hey, bro, Ryan Shazier during that time frame? Hey, bro. Hey, bro.
Yeah, I'm with you. One part, I'm with you. I think
it's just one. Yeah.
I think DBs, we'll send DBs out there. I think we'll send a nice safety, somebody nice. You got to think it's gonna be some guys, like I said, some guys you don't know about.
Too. Some dudes that
I think you'll get those.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. You get them young boys, them young college. Like you don't know the name, but he can hoop.
How do you feel athleticism wise though when we're talking about a dude that we know proven 4.3, proven 4.2 type of dudes versus this kid that is more, I guess, comfortable with flag, but athletically isn't as explosive?
So do we just take over the flag though? That's what I guess is the question.
To me, I think year one, yes. To me, year one, I think yes. I think in year one, yes.
So it's not truly
the Olympics. In the Olympics for basketball, we know the main people, and we say the JV is the 3-on-3.
Okay.
They put the 3-on-3 league that you see right in especially with the ladies, they won there. It's like y'all go to the 3-on-3. We'll let the JV. Remember, they were upset that Caitlin Clark. She wasn't on the main squad. They were going to put her on a 3-on-3. And she was like, nah, I'm good on that one.
Cool. I'm with you.
Put, the Haley Van Leith on it, right?
I'm with you.
So when you look at that, I look at flag and I say, bro, if this is the only thing that us as professionals get a chance
to do. So you like, this is an NFL team. This one's NFL only.
At least you're one.
These are league
At least
guys.
you're one.
So these are definitely the Pro Bowl. The Pro Bowl's practice. That's what you're saying.
Because TG, to me, I'm saying this. If I'm the best, if I'm Pat Surtain, not saying that he plays, right? But if I'm Pat Surtain,
I got to go put on.
I really telling myself that there is a better corner in the world
in America
that can do this, and we're not hitting. So now we just athlete for athlete.
I gotta go do this for the people.
Come on, bro.
So what you saying? Okay,
like what are we talking about? If I'm Jalen Ramsey and I'm playing deep safety, I play middle field safety, and I can do this in the league already.
Yeah.
You mean to tell me we're taking the pads also? Now it's no contact. That's the sticking point, right? Is he willing to? We ain't now. It's athlete for athlete. Bro, you're not about to tell me this kid from wherever college I've never heard of is going to be better than my man Jalen. And even athletically, it's like, okay, that's one part. But then what about the anticipation, the mental part, the skill, the little intricacies? You know that.
Well, if we're going to do that, I think
it gets interesting, bro.
I think they got to practice. I think they got to prepare. Then they should do something like the NFL should embrace it.
It's got to be an open tryout. I think it's a tryout, though, right?
It should be an open tryout.
Yeah.
But then the NFL should embrace it because you're sounding like it's NFL guys. And you know, the people don't know.
I want to see the NFL guys compete against those dudes. Yeah.
So they should take the real rep. So that team should take the Pro Bowl against the Pro Bowlers. Like you should.
I like it.
USA versus the Pro Bowl.
It adds more money.
And
it
now
makes
you
the
got
Pro Bowl that much better.
And now let's do that. And now we can get them ready to go.
Come on. The Pro Bowl will be so much more exciting.
Kind of like what the girls do. Kind of like what the girls do. Team USA versus
Olympics versus the All-Stars. Yes.
Versus the All-Stars.
And remember, that's when Caitlin and Angel Reese was getting buckets. Remember that? And that was what made everybody, maybe they should do this. And it's like, no, they just getting their reps and they warming up for that. And they end up winning. So shout out to them for that. But I love that mindset, man. I think you kill two birds with one stone. You're getting the reps. You're getting ready to dominate flag potentially worldwide, but also you insert life back into the Pro Bowl. You give us a reason to tune in because now we're not just saying, man, I'm watching the guys I'm used to killing people playing some flags. This is like, watching a lion eat at the zoo. I don't want to see this. But when we're talking about, hey, these dudes are preparing because that team over there is going to play Russia. That team over there is going to play, Egypt. You're like, oh, all right, okay, all right, let's go.
Get them ready.
Yeah. Let's do this.
Make that play, bro.
Come on, bro. Yeah.
I like.
So like, that's the exciting part, man. Shout out the flag though, bro. The game is evolving, man. The game is evolving.
Here it comes. It's scary. Here it comes. Put that flag on that quarterback, man, and let's go ahead and go about our business.
I was going to ask you, do you see them creating a flag league? What happens first? A flag league gets created domestically, or they put that quarterback out them pads and put him in that flag, man? Which one you see happening first?
What happens is similar to the Dream Team. Team USA goes to this Olympics and puts on at a high level. It should look really well. It should. Yeah. And I don't guarantee him wins. There's somebody that's going to be training for this. Italy or one of they going to train.
It's an Italy out there. It's a Greece.
We're gonna get ready.
You be like, yo, what is this?
We got 4 years to get ready. We're about to get ready for this.
Spain. So funny.
We're gonna have real plays. We're gonna run this. I'm with you. So I'm saying, and also flag plays are different.
They are.
Know that. Yeah, that's a different play.
The field is different too, but that's the other part why I say. You've seen flag quarterbacks. You've never seen Mahomes throw that thing 80 yards the whole length of a flag field, like on a rope. You're not seeing that caliber arm in those games. I've even been in them games
this
too.
Is true.
You know how flag is. We know what it's evolved to, and we know even the dudes that dominate in flag. We know them as guys that didn't cut it like that on the real football side of it. That was why they transitioned there.
For sure.
I just look at the dudes that are doing it. And doing it every single day. We're not saying retired guys coming out. We saying dudes that are actively doing it. You feel me? That's my part. I'm like, we gonna actively say there's a quarterback that has better accuracy than any of these NFL dudes?
I'm with you.
You should that's my thing. But flag is different though, because the tempo of it. Man, when that rush is coming, you better go right now, or you better have the moves to get up out of there. And that's the part that gets interesting. But if that's Lamar Jackson.
But if you make one person missing flag.
I'm like, Lamar's to the house.
Yeah, it's
and the speed, and the speed of NFL players as well. That's the big difference that we always say. Like the size is one thing, but just how fast it is across the board. I think that's where you'll have some. That's where it gets sticky. I'm not saying that they're just gonna go out there and run the table NFL, because I think if you come with that mindset. Yeah, these flag dudes are really doing this. These dudes that this is their full-time job. They play flag. I got partners that's all they do. And I'm like, I wouldn't disrespect that either.
For sure.
Because if you see it, you better go out there and understand what this is. Yeah. Okay.
So with that being the case,
I just think that if they lock in, for certain, they can go over there and take over.
They'll be the best. If that's the case, then they'll go over there and they'll make it to where people will want to do that. They'll make it to people in other countries. It's exciting. That's exciting. I'm gonna get ready for. I'm growing up into that. And
I want to grow up to compete against that. Yeah,
it'll turn into something. It'll turn into leagues in other places to where they'll come. They'll be ready for nationals, and then it'll grow, and then it'll adopt here. And
you think basketball? You brought up the Dream Team basketball back then. If we brought up Sudan. Back when the Dream Team came out, we're not even having a conversation. You look at that Sudan team this past year in the Olympics versus Braun. Come on, bro. You talk France. France Dream Team versus now. You're like, bro.
That's where the Lucas.
Yabusele, about to say not only punch on Braun, but then turn around and get an NBA contract, man. Luka, Jokic, like all of these dudes, it starts with the exposure. And it starts with this type of Olympic type of thing, but you got to have the star players over there as well, because to me, I think even if as Americans, we dominate flag football with just regular flag players, I still don't think it has the same impact as if you're saying this is a Justin Jefferson that did that.
No,
this is a Tyreek Hill that did.
And that's what makes it.
Right.
You know what I mean? These are poster boys. These are guys you look at every single day.
Because we're saying if it's cool enough for them, then it's cool enough for me.
Sure.
Whereas if they look at it as afterthought, man, we sending practice squad dudes over there, and then it gets to the point like with the Olympic basketball, where remember we got beat a couple of times, and it was like, hey, bro.
That's why we had to send the Redeem team over.
Come on, bro. Yeah. Heck yeah, man.
So heck
yeah.
And that's what I think it'll do. It'll give the notoriety that people around the world will start growing the flag aspect, and then we'll keep up with the keep ups per se, and because you have to do it. You got to do it every day to do it. So to turn into something that people pay to watch.
And you could also evolve that a lot more when you're talking girls side, guys side, and even if for all-star games you wanted to make it a hybrid where we're blending the rosters. Now you can do that in comparison to what it has been, where it's just pads, it's just guys. You really have nowhere for ladies to have any type of involvement. Now, this is another avenue where you can continue to just grow it. And like I said, man, we saw that even with the WNBA having Sabrina Ionesco compete in the NBA's 3-point contest, right? Going against Steph Curry. Was that 2 years ago? I think it was. So even with that, you can see where they were even starting to blend. Yeah, they're starting to blend that hybrid scenario where NBA dudes are probably in a year from now going to do some type of competition to the WNBA's all-star time frame to just make it for both parties make sense.
Where you can be the WNBA in the game.
Come on, man. So that's literally how I see this flag football potentially growing also, because now with the guy and girl dynamic, that's a whole nother place that we can just really, help this game survive, and not just survive, but thrive.
For sure. People get paid for it soon. When it gets
to
the video game stage, it's there. You start to see it on the game. Then it'll keep growing and playing it. I just don't see it not growing. It's too hot. In the contact of football, they're trying to minimize it so much, but I don't think you'll ever see the NFL go. Like, I think that monopoly, that power system, you'll always see pads on.
Because it's no different than we all say we want world peace, but yet when I turn on the news, what's the first thing you get sucked into? What was the drama? What was the car crash? What was the bad thing that happened? This. So as much as we want to say, we don't want the physical part of it, we love the car crash. We love that violent element of it, but it's still being controlled in saying that this is friendly, not true war where I'm trying to execute you. So I think with that part is always going to be here. I do agree. But now you're going to just have an alternative to the mothers or fathers that are out there that say, I don't want my child to go this route, but I still want him to be around the game or her to be around the game. Now you have a legit avenue for them. So shout out to the NFL for that though, man. Like I said, excited, man. Definitely exciting with that.